Hey guys, welcome to another video on XP11, whereby this time around we'll be flying from JFK to Hong Kong, which is a very long flight indeed, but fret not, I have done a longer flight before than this flight, so it should be an easy task. However, I might change to Cathay in the middle of the flight if I choose to, but if I don't, then it's alright, because I don't have any flight plans for Cathay, and there's no waypoints or anything for Cathay. Oh god. Knocking things over is not a good thing. So anyways, we are in JFK Terminal 8 over here. It's a little bit laggy because I don't have much RAM in my memory left for explain. I think because this is JFK, so JFK requires a lot of RAM, and my entire RAM has been used I guess like for 90% of it, and explain is really using more than 3 gigs of RAM, so I don't know, can't do much about it. Anyways, here we are in Terminal 8. Let's see, maybe you can give some information about the flight. I can't give much, I don't think though, but yeah, I can give a little bit. So this flight will be lasting 2 days, today and tomorrow, definitely, at least for me. Well, the current time now is 12:48 Zulu, and this flight is scheduled to depart in 1 hours and 12 minutes, so maybe we'll have an early departure. I have no idea, but yeah, this flight will take about 14 hours long, and the real life flight, if I'm correct, is also using the 777W, so that will be pretty nice. My flight number here is Cathay 841, or Cathay Pacific 841 if you want to call that by that, whatever. And we are trying to take off on runway 31 left if we can, if possible, and we will try to cruise at flight level 290 if possible. Once again, we have 140 tons of fuel on board, additional 25 tons of weight, and that is the weight information. Expected arrival timing will be 6 Zulu for the next day, so that will be pretty interesting. And to spice things up a little bit more, here comes the so-called fun part. I am currently connected to VATSIM on ATC, but there's no ATC for JFK, so I basically picked a perfect time or something, or this plane was scheduled in real life for the perfect time, whereby I don't have to manage with ATC, but I will be flying on VATSIM, to get the real weather data, so that I don't have to rely on in-game data such as the QNH setting, and that is I think about it. So let's get back into the cockpit before I ramble about more things. So from the last episode, I don't think I've changed much. At least I don't think so. So I think I have changed a single thing, but I can't remember much about it. For another thing that I've changed with it, oh god, I should probably put this thing somewhere else. Okay, there we go. What do I want to say? Oh yes, the other thing that I changed, other than the thing that I forget, was remove some FlyFloor plugins, which means that thing on the side is gone. So that's pretty nice, I guess. Anyways, I have put in the core route only for the entire flight, which is very long, 19 pages long to be exact. So let's select our departure route. Hold on. Runway 31 left. Flight number CPA841. Okay. Departure SIDS would be, let's see, Greki 4 departure. Sure, that transition, why not? Arrival would be ILS. I will try to do ILS 25 left if I can. Of course, you are the transition, and the transition for you It's a long way to go. It's Sierra 1 Golf, which is over here. Oh god, I clicked on the wrong thing. Great. I need to click on U first, Sierra 1 Golf. Let's 25 left, and transition is TD. Or Tango Delta. Which, I don't really care. So anyways, let's go to the last page. It's the root discontinuity there. So let's fix it. It's gonna put us right back into the first page, which is alright. So let's check. Yeah. The descent for Hong Kong is pretty weird, I would say so myself. So where is TD? TD is all the way over there. So TD can come over here, I guess. Let's see. Yep. TD is over there. I genuinely have no idea why it is so weird of an approach into Hong Kong, but yeah, sure. I don't really care about it that much. Well, let's see. Step. Wait, where's runway 25 left? Step. There. Alright, sure. Not a problem. Okay, for our altitude, I'll just set some stuff, I guess. Random stuff. Where is the landing? 160, yeah, but you should be fine. 190 at 5,000 feet. I don't feel safe about it. 5,500 should be better. And up there will be 210 at 8,000, even though that is going to be a seriously alright, that's not gonna be a seriously steep descent. Then it'll be 5,000 feet, and there's another discontinuity there, so that's going to be fun again. Alright, speed set 220 over there. Next up we have 230 at 7,000 feet. 250 at 10,000 feet. Next we can set, I guess, maybe I'll set to 9,000. Here would be 12,000 at 265 knots. 11,000 maybe. Yay, 12,000. Alright. Maybe 11,000. Yeah, 11,000 should be better. There we go. Next up, route discontinuity. So that is even better. Sierra to Sierra. Alright, that is basically the same waypoint, so that there's no point putting you there. So you can just come up here, and yeah. Right, let's continue to program this thing. Yeah, I would say 17,000 feet for you. I'm not gonna bother about speeds anymore because it's all going to be the same. You will be 20,000 feet. You will be 240. Yeah, sure. Next up, I will have you at 280. And that should be our top of descent at Noma. So let's go to the start of the flight plan and do our ascend. For you, I'll go 250, and 55 is a very far distance. I would say maybe 20,000 feet. That's pretty decent, I guess. Next up, 270 and 230, and after that will be our top of climb. So that will be our, what do you call it, thingy, execute you. Alright, let's go to this page over here. Cost index, this time I won't put 35, I'll put 75, so that it's much more realistic of a cost index. Reserves will be 5, cruise altitude will be 290. Alright, 290 is possible. So let's check for step climb so that I can update my VATSIM data. And yeah. Alright. It should be fine. So change a number there. Flight level 330. And I guess it will be 330 all the way. Alright, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Alright, let's submit my flight plan on VATSIM. File flight plan. There we go, it is filed. Hopefully it is registered later on. I'll set my altimeters to 299, no, that's the minimums. 29907 for the last information that I have gotten. And there's no ATC frequency because there's no tower online, so yeah. Anyways, let's go to thrust limiters. There's not gonna be any thrust limiters this time around. Takeoff data at 6.75 trims. That's pretty high actually. TOGW will be 330, I would say. Flaps 15, and those are my speeds, which is pretty damn high, but it's alright. JFK has a 4.5 kilometer runway, so this should be enough. V2 speed is 179er, so let's set 179er. There we go, it's set. Set the first altitude, this is flight level 200. It's set. Change it to track, because why not? A throttle and flight director goes. LNAV goes on. Weather radar and data. Put the two of you to on. Set the two of you. And that is, I think, about it for this part. Set auto brakes to RTO. Overhead panel I haven't even started on because I was too focused on setting up my VATSIM. So I usually leave this to after what do you call it? Planning my FMC, which is not a good idea sometimes, but oh well, whatever. It's alright. So we'll just continue with our regular thingy. NTI is set to auto. Thing set to low. The cargo temperature thingy. And I think that is about it for the overhead thingies. So let me get out the before, let's see, cockpit preparation stuff. Lights, set the lights also again. There we go, lights are set. MCP is set. Yeah, auto brakes is set. Com panels is, I guess, set. Yeah, I don't have to change transponder because there's no ATC online for me to change transponder. We are staying on 122.8 for Unicom, and yeah, aileron and rudder trim should be 0. I can't check aileron, so that's something. Briefing is right. Let's go through the briefing. Unfortunately, I don't think I can open my charts or something because let's see. Do I have the RAM for my charts? Yeah, I don't think so. So, let me just get out my phone, and we are on Terminal 8. So let me just use the in-game thingy, and yeah, you can see other users over here because we're on VATSIM. We are going to take off on runway 31 left, which is over this entire stretch of runway. So we would push back out onto this way and go on this way, of course, and we are going to taxi on taxiway Bravo, which is this one out here. Taxi all the way out there, continue onto Bravo until, let's see, where does Bravo end? On very far. Let's see. Bravo ends over there. That's the ending of Bravo, that little corner piece, and we will turn right onto taxiway Juliet, cross runway 04 left, and taxiway all the end to the end over here. Turn right on Zulu and line up on 34 left. This is hopefully my taxi plan, unless an ATC comes online and screws me up. So let me check on VATSIM radar once again to make sure that there is no ATC, and to reconfirm my altimeter setting because I don't want to have the wrong things up. And yep, JFK still does not have any ATC. So altimeter is 29998. So luckily I checked. So we set altimeters, and is my flight plan fault? Yep, it is. All right, it is pretty nice. The closest ATC that we have is Atlanta, which is quite far away, and we're not even in the way of Atlanta because we're going by the North Pole. Actually, forgot to mention about that, but yeah, we are going by the North Pole. So yeah, that would be pretty interesting, I would say so. Even though there's nothing at the North Pole actually, I've went by there once on a previous longer flight, which was from Singapore to Newark, which I did offline, which was 18 hours long, so that was interesting to say the least. Anyways, that was a mouthful. Maybe we can start our APU and batteries. Can disconnect ground power soon. Let's set the flight deck door to armed and auto. Alright, ground power goes off. Disconnect ground power and disconnect all the ground handling units. So next up we have our hydraulic set to on. Beacon lights go on. And I think that's about it. So let's get our before start checklists. Where is it? Before start checklist. External connections are disconnected. We're still waiting to be disconnected actually. Beacon lights are on. Recall is oh yes, fuel pumps. That's right. Fuel pumps go in. Door entry will be closed later on, I think. Sim stall is on, so that'll be pretty nice. We are 57 minutes early on time, or 56 minutes now. So that will be nice. It will be an earlier arrival for me. And that's about it. Alright, let's call in the pushback truck. We're pushing nose right, tail left. Alright, yep. Hold on, I can't do that. I have to. Maybe I can actually. Not to take a yeah, I can. Alright, so let's push back that way. Pushback truck is coming. It's over there. Oh, it's right there. So let's hide everything over here. What's our trim setting? I can't check now. Alright, and parking brakes go off, engine number 2 starts. This is Lufthansa 401 if I'm correct. And we give it some fuel flow now. It's a little bit early, but it's alright. I do expect my FPS to get better after I leave JFK, because there is JFK to load. Not only that, we have LaGuardia, Newark, and I think that's about it to load in this vicinity. So that's probably why there's a big hit on the FPS. Plus there's New York to load, so that is pretty interesting. Engine 2 is still not done. Alright, let's set our trims to 6.8. Set, and we start our parking brakes. Turn on the lights in the meantime. Engine number 1 can start, even though engine number 2 is not done. There we go, engine 2 is done. And fuel flow is a little bit early once again, but it's alright. Fuel is not going in for some reason, but it always happens. And yeah, well, whatever, it's alright. Doesn't match up the engine sounds. there cloud system wrong? Yeah, there's cloud system wrong. It's probably because of Fly of Lua, that's why there was no clouds for the last few videos, which is horrible. Even with XP11 clouds, it's a little bit okay, not so say that it was so good, but you know, it's still better than no clouds. But it will of course affect my FPS, so that is also a problem. Anyways, let's turn off the APU. Bleeds go off. Set our flaps to 15, and we can do our before taxi checklists. Where is it? APU is off, flaps is set, trims is set, flight controls. Full left, full right, full up, full down, rudder left, and rudder right. Even though it was not a full right, but it's alright. And rhymed. Wow. Recall is checked. Lights are on. NTIs is auto. So let's get out of here. Alright. It's a little bit off of the taxiway because of the pushback truck, but oh well, I can't do nothing much. Hello there, suicide truck. What are you doing here? This is not even the road for you. Wow. Interesting little truck. I think the only people in New York now is me and him. He has a 747, so I guess that's good for him. Although I might buy the 747 in the future, but it won't be so soon because oh god, I wasn't focusing on texting. Anyways, it's because no, I'm not really into 747s right now. Still prefer the 777 more. Anyways, on the topic of planes, it's kind of related to airport, right? I'm gonna talk about some games, some airports, simulators, I guess. Of course, there's some new ones on the market right now for airport simulators. There's two particularly. One is not released. At least those that I know. At least I know two. One is the game that I currently own now, which actually is called Sim Airport, and for the past like 6 hours or so I've been playing it, which is pretty fun actually. But although it is still in its pre-alpha stages, whereby FPS will be somewhat like where I'm at New York right now, when there's a lot of passengers around, man, it's nothing much I can do. And there's another game which is called Airport CEO, if I'm correct, or ACO for short, that has an unknown release date, but has been in what do you call it? I mean, has been exposed to the public, I guess you can say so, for at least a year, I would say so. So my guess is that it would not come out for at least a few months or so. So that's why I got actually a Sim Airport. But you know, oh well, whatever. I recommend you guys to go check it out if you want to. It's pretty nice. Maybe I'll actually do some videos on it. I'm not sure. It depends on whether I have the time to actually render all this stuff, and instead of rendering, I chose the time to go ahead and play that game instead more. And eventually I won't get any videos out, just like XP11. I'm trying my hardest to actually put out the videos, but actually most of the time I'm just trying to play other games instead, because the part where I have to render, I can't find any time really to render my videos, so that is a problem. And rendering for XP11 especially takes at least, I would say, 3 hours, which is a very long time. And The part where it takes the most time is actually the music part, whereby the video is sped up by more than 16 times of speed most of the time, so that is why. And although I still hate rendering, I still kinda like recording. It's just the rendering part as always. Like, probably every single YouTuber hates it. Like, they probably wish that they don't have to spend so much time on rendering videos. And rendering videos also makes YouTubers not, I guess you could say, productive, or yeah, I guess productive, because they can't produce more videos while they render. Well, maybe some games you could, such as probably like RAM and CPU games. You know, those kind of games that maybe you can take a guess, I guess. And well, they could, but of course they'll get a poor FPS, which no one wants, and that makes the recording even worse. So that's just also the problem. Alright, we are finally on the main, I mean, we are parallel to the runway that we're taking off from, but we still got a long time to taxi further. Maybe we should introduce some power in, because I'll be traveling really slowly if I don't. Yeah, let's introduce some power in. I still hate the little bug whereby if you put anything below this amount, somewhere around here, it goes all the way back down to idle power, which I have reported that bug already, so that hopefully it will get fixed soon. But of course, if it does, I would have troubles replacing all the valves again, making this a better plane, I guess you can say so. Such as a better wing flex than the default wing flex. Anyways, hey, he's taxing. What a surprise! Wow, I think I can't differentiate the 747 models sadly. So I was going to guess the model of it, but no, I can't. Anyways, let me check the VATSIM radar again, just in case any ATC decides to poke his head out in JFK. Although he will be messaging everyone, but you know, just in case, can get myself ready. Yep, there's still nothing at JFK or Newark. Well, there's actually no departures or arrival from LaGuardia, but there's one departure from Newark. I'm genuinely surprised. And I'm surprised actually that most of the people is actually working as ATC in Europe than the US, because it's like 9+ AM in the US, and I would say in the afternoon 1 or 2 PM in the UK. So I don't know. Maybe the ATCs are still asleep. That's my best guess, I guess. Alright, let's slow down for this turn up ahead. Right, slow down even more. Turn right up here. Let's turn our strobe lights on while we cross the runway, so that others know that we are crossing the runway. Alright, I don't think there's anyone around here, but I'll check, because you know this is VATSIM. There's no one arriving and no one arriving, so we're safe to cross. Okay, let's get out of here. That 747 is over there. Wow. It is not on the taxi line, probably because he's on like P3D or it's my best guess, other than him being on another scenery. Oh well. Let me check, where is he actually going? Surprising things about VATSIMs. You can check others. Wow, you taxi Lufthansa 401 to Frankfurt, Germany. So that will be like a what, 8-9 hours flight is my guess for him. While I have like a 16 hours flight ahead. Well, whatever. Let's check the wind speeds again for JFK. 34005, which means right, 310 for the runway. And is there any change for altimeter? There is no change. It's still 29998. All right. Our right turn is coming up here. So let's slow down a little bit. That taxiing took like 15 minutes. Wow. Alright, there's a runway up here. So we'll just hold shot of the runway. And parking brakes is set. Let's turn on landing lights. Our taxi lights can go off. Transponders set to TARA. Our spoilers go on before takeoff checklist. Landing and strobe lights are on. Taxi lights are off. Transponder is TARA. Spoilers are on. Time now is 42 minutes before scheduled departure. So that we are very early actually. So let's get out here. Hold on. Let's tell everybody that we are getting out of here into Unicom. What's our flight number? CPA841, right? Let's check. Yep, CPA841. 3-1 left, if I'm correct. Right. What's our departure? Grecki 4. Alright, let's get out of here. Where's that 747? Oh, it's over there. Wow.
Approaching 3-1 left.
I wonder why is he using 04, I think. 04 left. That's not 04 actually. Maybe it is, sorry, whatever. Right. We're lining up with runway 31 left. Hopefully I didn't get the runway number wrong the whole time, so yep. Yep, it is 31 left. Alright, 60% N1. Engine stable. And power is set. It's so silent. It's better out here actually. But the FPS drops out here even more. 80 knots. That's the 747. V1 is still coming up ahead. Right. V1, rotate. Positive rate of gear up. Alright, let's go back to the cockpit. Where's my mouse? Set my speed to something. Set autopilot. Set V speeds not too high. Set speed to 230. Flaps F5. Why not? And that's departure of JFK. And I finally figured out what the light actually meant. from the Singapore to Heathrow video. It actually is the this light over here. So that's pretty interesting, to say the least. Flaps 1. And I guess we can go right to Greki from our position. There we go. So that the pilot doesn't return much. And that's JFK for you. With a horrifyingly low FPS. Has the 747 took off? Let's see. Nope. No, he's taking off. Let's see. And rotate. And there he goes. Almost at the end of the runway. Wow. Look at that. Not really. The end of the runway is over there. Oh, they just changed the views. Perfect timing, I guess. Alright, let's set speed to 250. Should be fine. Hey, someone's coming back. Hooray! Should probably cut soon. So yeah, maybe I'll get out of here now. Let's turn off the landing lights because we don't need it. So quickly, the after takeoff checklist. Gears up, flaps up, landing lights are up, spoilers goes down, recall is checked. So yep. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. Hope you guys enjoy the music. Alright, you guys, I am back, and I of course forgot to record part of coming into Hong Kong, the scenery. So I guess the only thing that I will have for the music is the scenery at JFK. So man, it's alright, but you know, whatever. Anyways, we are about 15 minutes to our Todd, which is about 120 nautical away. And of course, the whole time I got a headwind, so that is pretty fun. And I have about 47 tons of fuel left, which basically I've burnt 93 tons of fuel, so that is quite a lot. Anyways, while I wait for my Todd, I will show you guys the briefing. So let's turn you on, and you can therefore see the charts and everything here. And this is basically the stars for runway 07 left. So wind direction says that we are landing on 07 left, so we'll be coming up from the north down to Sierra. I have no idea from which way, but yep, it will be towards Sierra. By Sierra 7 Alpha star, we'll turn left over here at Kanto, which will be at flight level 130, and onto Silver. I think we are going straight to Soko and not Limes, because that would be stupid if we are going to Limes. And if that is actually the real life way, then yeah, that's really weird. And I think we'll be going to Guava, turning left, and finally onto runway 0. No, sorry, not 07. Runway 25 right is the landing runway we are doing now. And our transition is 110. And, well, for a surprise this time around, we got an ATC at Hong Kong. To show the route that I've taken, it will be over here. And of course I've opened another tab for Project Fly's radar. And this is basically the route that I've taken through the North Pole. Unfortunately, I didn't record at the time when I was in North Pole because I slept around there-ish, and I woke up around here-ish, I would say so. So that's why I missed out the chance to record above the North Pole, but oh well, I can't do nothing much. Anyways, let's close the Project Fly radar tab. We are currently over there, and we are approaching Hong Kong. This is our charts basically. If we were to land at Cathay, if I'm correct, I will be coming in somewhere over here, and we'll be going over Hong Kong at 088 degrees over here, and turn right into Cathay over here. This is the runway for Cathay actually, but it's not shown on here. Anyways, we would have localizer and glide slope, so our we will probably be doing Cat 1 DME and not Cat 2, so it'll be 230 for our radio altimeter. Is that what we call it? I don't have no clue. Our minimums, whatever, 230. There we go. It's set. And not minimums. Go around altitude is 5,000 feet at maximum 185 knots. Wow. All right. ATC will probably tell me to climb 5,000, so I should be fine. And I think that is about it, if I'm correct. This is the glide slope path, if anyone is curious about it. So that will be it for the briefing, and let's go back into the cockpit. We have a few more nautical, about 15 nautical or 17 nauticals to our thought, so I can set my first altitude to 280. So set 280, and I think that's about it. So let's get my before descent checklist. FMC is programmed, runway 25 right, NTIS it should be on auto. Yep, it is on auto, and I can remove the fuel pumps for you because it's empty. And odd brakes, let's see, odd brakes, we're set to 1, should hopefully be enough. Landing data, alright, let's check our landing data. Our gross rate now is 239.2. Let's check our route data. We are estimated to have 44 tons of fuel, but I would say it will be about 42 tons. So currently we have 46.5. So if we let's see, hold on, 46.4, I would say it'll be, yeah, for about 4 more tons of fuel. So 235 I would say is our gross landing. Set our landing speed of 150, and that is about it for our landing data. Our approach briefing is complete, so I guess I will continue the music from here since I missed out the music just now. So once I am in range of the ATs and the ATC, I will come back, I guess, to you. So yeah, unless I of course decide to not put in some music here, because I might have to come into the cockpit frequently to check on things. Other than that, then yeah, I might put some music if I decide to. So, I guess I will see you guys in a moment. Close. Okay. Okay. Time to go ahead and tell everybody that we are going to descend soon. So let's put a call sign. From what's our flight level? 330 towards Hong Kong at runway 25 right. We are, what's our arrival thingy? It is Sierra 1 Golf. 1 Golf arrival. There we go. Let's change back to our legs page, and we are basically ready for descent. So let's switch our speed to 280, and let's tell everybody that we are going to descend. And let's start to descend. Alright. Reduce the zoom level. And I guess 1000 feet should be fine. Alright. Let's listen to the ATC if we can. ATC frequency is 127.05. Right.
Unit 1014 has passcode. Acknowledge information source drop on first contact. Hong Kong information source drop at time 0100. Arrive for runway 25 right. Departure runway 25 left. Wind 340 degrees, 3 knots, velocity 2000 meters. Clouds free 1500 feet, temperature 2x, dew point 24. QNH 1014 has passcode. Acknowledge information source drop on first contact. Hong Kong information.
Let's join the approach 119.1. There we go. I'm not sure whether that is for me or... Oh yeah, that is for me. So let's reply. Sierra 6 Bravo arrival, which oh god, I have to redo the whole thing. What is it? Sierra 6 Bravo arrival at Mir. Let's write this down. Miri at 150 Sierra 1 6 Bravo arrival then. Sierra 6 Bravo. Come on. ILS 25 right TD. And let's do our legs page. Flight plan. What is it? So you can go straight to there. Step, step, step. Where are you? Okay. Alright, everything is set. Execute everything. Miri at 150. Where is Miri? Miri is over there. Hey, just nice. I mean, I think that is already coded in, so that's quite nice. Anyways, let's set you back, and let's set our speed as 280 everywhere over here. There we go. 280 is set. 260 over there, and 250 over there. 8,000 feet over there. Huh. Alright, that will be 5,000 feet. I would say so at 200 at 5,000 feet. There, 8 nauticals. Well, that will be a hard descent. So that's at 5,500 feet, and you would be 8,000 feet. I would say 220. Same as the one above. 220 knots at 8,000 feet. Now next one will be at 12,000 feet. 11,000 actually. 235 at 11,000. There we go. And that is set and ready to go. UKBAD flight level 160 is set.
China 7731, flight squawk mode, Charlie, please.
That's not for me, so that is alright. Continue our descent to flight level 240 because we can, and we're still at 280 knots.
China 7731, 340 degrees, 3 knots, clear for takeoff.
I'm not sure if I still have the report position. That's message tower. What is it called again? What's that? What called again that I need? Where is it? Oh yeah. I don't need to say my call sign because it's already in, so yeah. Alright. Because normally he wouldn't have messaged me beforehand while I was listening to the ATS, but he might have identified me already, so I'm not sure exactly. So yeah. Anyways, we'll be at 280 for everywhere until I guess you can put as 270. 5202, alright. There we go. Where is it? There we go. 270. There we go. It's set. Is that the tower? Oh, you mean the approach?
China 77315, identified, climb flight level 160.
Right, I'll wait for maybe I will identify. Hey, that's Hong Kong right there. Yep, it's right there. Wow, alright.
China 77315, identified, climb flight level 160.
I don't want to talk it out, but I will probably still, because yeah, that approach. I would say his accent is seriously strong, so I'll have fun trying to listen to him. Anyways, whatever.
Okay, climb into flight level 160.
Once again, I still have no idea whether he wants me to identify, but you know, I think he got me identified already, so that should be nice. Right, we can continue our descent to 200. There we go, 200 is set. All right. It's an unusual approach conversation, but I can do nothing much about it. Anyways, winds are quite weak. I would say 340 at 3. so it shouldn't be a problem, I would say so. And yeah. Right, is any speed change? Not that I know of in my FMC. So I'll continue my own navigation. And let's look out of the window. To be honest, with these clouds, it's definitely better than without clouds. But like I've said before, well, there is that FPS reduction. So yeah. And from that, what do you call it? That takeoff, I mentioned that I forgot that I changed something. Well, I remembered it afterwards. So what I have added in is a plugin called Blue FX, which of course you can change your own brightness, contrast, and everything. So there's post what do you call it? Post effect, I guess, if I'm correct. I'm not sure. It of course it does say in the settings, but I'm too lazy to open it. So it looks basically X-Plane looks brighter and better now, and I don't have to post edit in my movie editor to so-called increase the brightness and make everything brighter. So that is much better. So yeah. And Hong Kong is still back there. Still prefer the wing view though. It's quite nice. Can we actually spot Cathay from here? No, wrong way. No, I think it's blocked by the clouds or something, or it's too far away. Because if that is Hong Kong, that is Hong Kong right there. I mean, that is Hong Kong right there. We will be turning 0900, which is about that direction. So it's probably blocked by the wing. Let's see. Can we see anything? Yeah, I don't think so. It's probably over there. So yeah. And nothing on this side of the wing too. There's nothing that I know of. So let's get into the cockpit. And I'm sorry if anybody is getting hurt by the wind sound.
773 continue climb to 1,900 meters, 4226.
Alright. I seriously sometimes wonder why these people have such horrible mics. I mean, although VATSIM's codec is horrible, I would say so myself first. And if you don't have a good mic, well, no matter how terrible the codec is, I would say the audio quality will still be horrible.
7315, turn left, track direct to Pico.
So yeah. Okay, we can, I guess, reduce the radar zoom. I think that's what it's called anyways. Next is flight level 170, so we can start to reduce to 170. And 160 the following. Alright, not a problem. Can start to reduce to 270 knots. Right, 270 is set. And what airport is that down there? I wonder. Interesting airport. Alright, not gonna question it. Not gonna open a map so that you guys won't get you're raped. Is that a term? Anyways, that's the term that I call for listening to something very loud all of a sudden and hurting your ears.
Cathay 841 confirm on voice.
Can you repeat again for Cathay 841? Not sure what he said at the end there.
Okay, Cathay 841 good. Afternoon, you are ready to identify. Clear SIERA 6 Bravo arrival for runway 25 right and descend for level 150.
Via Sierra 1 Golf arrival, cleared for 25 right and descend to flight level 150, Cathay 841. Alright, 150.
Oh, Roger, Sierra 1 Golf arrival for LNAV arrival.
Roger, LNAV arrival for Sierra 1 Golf arrival, Cathay 841. Okay, this should be it. And I should be at 150 at Miori, so I still got a ways to go before I what do you call it, have to descend again. So yeah, and there's just a mass of clouds. So is the other side, but at least there's more scenery over here, so I can focus on the right side more with that little airport at the bottom there, which is pretty interesting. I think it's gonna rain soon over here. I mean, at least at my house. So, well, that's pretty interesting. And I think overnight or something, or beforehand, there was actually a new version of the 777. So in the bug fix change logs, it said that there's a lot of marching ends problem, which is basically this will be fixed. But I'm not so sure about updating to 1999 because well, first of all, actually there's only one reason. Why am I talking about? Actually there's two. Never mind. The first reason is in the forums of XP11 of the 777. Well, some people are reporting that there's an engine malfunction, and you can actually go and change it yourself. But of course, I'm not gonna take the time to, because well, that comes to the second reason of why I don't like to update. It's because, of course, to change the wing flex and everything, I have to change the file numbers and objects and everything, which is a pain in the ass to do. And updating it every single time without having the option to choose what you do not want to update causes me to not want to update because of the time that I have to take to do so. So yeah. Anyways, any speed change? Yes, 260 knots is set. Alright. Okay, before landing, I guess there's only two things on the checklist I have to do. Not really much. And maybe I will fly to Cathay in the next video, but I don't know. It depends, once again. And yeah. Maybe I'll fly to Cathay in the next hour or so for ATC.
China 77315, you are leaving Hong Kong airspace, no further ATC service available. Switch to Unicom 122.8, reach on the station, bye-bye.
If I was the ATC, actually, even if I turned my speakers to the max, I'm sure like an ant can't even hear it or something.
Cathay 841, turn left, direct Tango Delta.
Turn left, direct Tango Delta. Cathay 841. Direct Tango Delta. Right. Execute. Which is quite far away. Not a problem anyways. So let's descend to 215, reduce to 250 knots. And I guess we can start our descent to 8,000 feet. Because if we don't, well, rip. I'm never gonna descend in time. I know that the ATC didn't give me any commands to descend, but no, it's alright. I'm still kinda at my own nav, so yeah. Can reduce the radar zoom once again to To the left, do we see Hong Kong? Not really, but that's something at least. Alright. Let's go back into the cockpit because I can. Let's turn on the landing lights, because that's the only thing I can really do now, other than just wait for my turn. And not my turn, I mean when I reach wherever I need to. So yeah. It's pretty white, I would say. Let's see. Can I change anything about you? That would be the difference with and without the blue FX, I mean. Although I prefer without it now. The clouds will look like a mess. So I guess I'll keep it on because I'm spoiled with this lighting. It just looks so good. At least better than the default XP11. Not sure what is making the water look so weird, blinking like that, but can't do nothing much about it. And after we reach Tango Delta, we would turn left and twice, and we would reach runway 25 right. And is Steam updating or something?
KJFK, continue descent, flight level 110.
Continue descent, flight level 110, KJFK. Alright, 110. Let's descend our speed also. There we go. 240 knots. Let's check. What is Steam updating? Very interesting, huh? I set you to offline and you're updating something. Oh, an update is queued. I see. It's Sim Airport. Ah, alright. Not a problem. It's a bad idea to talk to someone now. I was gonna chat with someone, but I'm in the middle of recording. It's not a good idea. Anyways, I'll update my sim airport later on. I wonder what's the update about. Let's see. Discussions about you. Ooh, the weather just changed. Discussions. Is there a post on the... No? Right, let's check my thingy then. Hold on, it's not a good idea to do this now, but oh well, whatever. I have nothing to do anyways and explain, other than just to wait. Alright, let's see. A lot of passenger AI fixes. I think that's about it. And a lot of bug fixes. Yep. Alright. Sorry for anyone who does not know what am I doing right now. Yep. Truly sorry. I don't think there's anyone on the radar right now. Let's see. On Fantastic. Guess I can show you guys too. I mean, oh wow, look at that. There is another radar approach over here of Macau. Alright. I didn't know Macau was right next to Hong Kong. Interesting. And there's of course the Southeast Asia Center, which this is my first time actually seeing a Southeast Asia Center, which is extremely huge. to say the least. But yeah, the only other aircraft we have here is I have no idea what that airline is, but sure. There's this guy too, which is from Persian to Hong Kong. Yeah, anyways, other than that, there's nothing else. I have no idea whether it is actually a good idea to stay at 11,000 feet. But well, I can't do nothing much. And that is Cathay right there, if I'm correct.
KJFK841, then 8,000 feet on QNH 1014.
Descend 8,000 feet QNH 1014 KJFK841. Right, set QNH 1014. Should be a small switch. There we go. QNH 1014 is set. Alright. Okay, continue our descent. And our speed is supposed to be 220, so it's alright. Well, I will reduce my speed probably a little bit longer later. And that's probably the vectors right there. And we didn't even use 100 tons of fuel. Wow. Not surprised actually. The what do you call it? The estimated fuel supply that we had was 135 tons, and I increased to 140 tons because I decided to increase my payload, and apparently it's not even needed, so that is pretty nice, I guess. But not nice for the ground crew or the what do you call it, the airline, if this was actually a real life, because that would be just extra money wasted, because you know we're using more fuel than we should be. Right, let's reduce to 220 knots. 220 knots is set, and that is Hong Kong for you. Pretty nice. And yeah, that's Cathay right there. I don't have my scenery installed, so it's just a plain runway with only ILS runway 31, and that's runway 13 right there, the infamous runway 13. And there's a lot of buildings. Like I said, there's nothing over there, so yeah. Prepare to get ear raped with my opening of my. Oh, hold on.
KJFK841 from Tango Delta, descend 4,500, clear RNAV approach runway 25 right.
After Tango Delta, descend for flight level 045 and cleared for RNAV approach to runway 25 right, KJFK841. Hopefully I did get that correct. And it's not 3,500 feet. Alright, let's reduce even faster. I will need some speed brakes in though. Alright, we need to have our before landing checklist. Yeah, everything is done. Alright. The buildings are just loading in below us at Cathay. Flaps 1. And that's Cathay once again, right below us. It's pretty interesting approach for runway 31, if there was going to be an approach for runway 31. We are going through like a valley-ish type landing. So yeah. But I wish that I had my Cathay scenery, but I was reinstalling another one, so yeah. And I wasn't sure whether it was going to crash the game at the time, so I decided not to include that in. Oh yeah, I wanted to open the map, so be prepared for a quick ear rip. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. I don't think there is any IFR. Oh, there is. 111.9 VHHH. And that's the ILS right there for us. So let's return back to the cockpit. And any speed change, probably, yep, 200 knots. And the next one would be 180, so let's set 180. 180 is set. Yeah, it's 180. Is there anyone after that? 160, wow, that's a fast speed descent. $160 it is, alright. Flaps 5. Terrain looks a little bit how do I say it? Not clear, I guess. I mean, I think you would understand what I'm trying to say. Probably because I only have my texture settings on medium, and that's because my GPU can't handle anything higher than that, like I probably have said before. Flaps 15. Look at that speed brakes going up and down. Let's set you back on. Flaps 20. Turn on the localizer. Localizer is captured. Turn on the glide slope also. Where is? Oh yeah, there you go. That's Hong Kong International right there. I was wondering where was it. Glide slope is captured. All right. I'll now put my gears down because I'm still about 13.5 nautical away from the airport, which is quite far away. I'll put it down at about 10 nautical, I would say. And our landing speed, let's check our landing speed once again. I would say 236 instead. And let's confirm the speed, 130 knots, alright. Maybe we should report final approach. Cathay 841 on final approach to runway 25 right. There we go. Report final approach so that he can clear us to land.
Cathay 841 Roger, surface wind 340 degrees, 3 knots, runway 25 right, clear to land.
Clear to land runway 25 right, Cathay 841. Alright. And gears down. And that's the gears down for you, flaps 25. Flaps 30 won't be deployed until a long time later on. Don't worry about it. For now, we will just enjoy the scenery and nothing on the left side. Something on the right side at least. My first time coming into Hong Kong, we are runway 25. Pretty interesting, I would say so, the scenery at least. Somehow the scenery is flickering a little bit.
2500.
Can you stop with the 2500 feet? Thank you. Alright, I guess in the meantime I can open up my ground charts. AGC. 25 right, I'll probably be exiting on Alpha 6 or Alpha 5 is my guess. So yeah. Right, let's set landing speed 150, 6 nauticals out. Quickly I will show you the ground charts. We will go by Alpha 6 and Alpha 5 and taxi to probably the passenger apron. So yeah. Alright, back into the game we go. Flaps 30. Everything is set. Speed brakes go to armed. Waiting for the throttles to stabilize. Alright, all the throttles goes off. I have manual control of throttle. A little bit more. There we go. Once I hit 1000 feet, I will disengage autopilot and hand fly it in. Right, here we go. Autopilot disconnect in 2 and 1 and disconnect. Plane is mine now. Got the wing view even more. Passengers will think that we are landing in the ocean or something if they don't know that Cathay is built on a reclaimed land. Which would be pretty scary if I was to say so myself. Go a little bit lower than the glide slope to hit the landing zone for a better landing or a more accurate touchdown. Seems like the fog is coming up. Continue. There's a lot of fog here. Alright, see then. I'm not going to complain about that. I already have visual on the runway anyways. So there's no point.
50, 40, 30,
Right.
20, 10.
Right, 239. Not bad. Reverses it. Oh god. There you go. Reverses are in. Landing time now is local time 12:26 p.m. Right, reverses go out, and I'll remove the auto brakes.
5,000
Flaps come up,
remaining.
and spoilers can come down. Everything is down, right? Yep, everything is down. So let's get out of here. We have vacated Alpha 5, so yeah.
KJFK, welcome to Hong Kong. Turn left on Alpha and test the gauge by your choice.
Alright. Turn left on Alpha and taxi to gate by my choice, KJFK. Alright, after landing, let's put our landing lights off, taxi lights go on, strobe lights go off, turn on the APU, transponder set to standby, NTIs goes off, flight director goes on, auto throttle goes off too, and we have our after landing checklist. Let's see, landing and strobe lights are off, taxi lights are on, APU is on, NTIs is off, auto brakes is off, spoilers are down, flaps is up, transponder is standby, and I can get out of here onto taxiway Alpha, which is basically the left of us, this taxiway right here. So yeah. Right. It's really foggy here in Hong Kong for some reason. I'm glad I have landed already.
Cathay 838, good afternoon. You are clear to
I guess the ATC just stopped his speech or something. Oh god. This weather would be a perfect.
Good afternoon, Hong Kong approach Cathay 838 Foxtrot out of Vancouver.
Cathay 838, you are clear to Vancouver. Pico 2 Bravo, Crescent Ocean 2 Bravo departure, runway 25 left, Clapham Wood, squawk 5304.
We'll be taxiing on taxiway Alpha, turning in on probably Alpha 8 and onto Bravo 7.
Hey, we're clear to Vancouver, the Ocean 2 Bravo departure off 25 left and 5304 in the box, Cathay 838 Heavy.
We have an American here. Wow.
Cathay 838, repair correct, push and start approach facing
That's
south.
Alpha 6. Next will
Alright,
be
that's finishing uploading, push to start facing south.
next will be taxiway Tango,
Sorry, north.
and then
Cathay 838.
838 to Roger, call when ready for push.
I know what, I'm just gonna disconnect from here onto
Alright, we'll call you push, Cathay 838.
it's alright, I'll keep on frequency. After Tango will be taxiway Uniform, then Victor, taxiway Whiskey, and then finally taxiway Alpha 8. So yeah, that'll be a long taxi once again. Can turn off the weather radar. Not fry the ground crew. And yeah, that's about it that I can do. Can begin our shutdown. Engine mode can switch to that. Auto stacking goes off. Pressurizations can go off because I don't need it anymore. There's a lot of warnings, but it's alright. Don't really care. Because it's not gonna affect us at all. Seriously foggy in here. Wow. Let's see, the next plane coming up is that other plane that I was talking about.
Hong Kong approach, good afternoon. Air Canada,
Yeah, Air Canada.
015, heavy with you leaving flight level 235 for flight level 150.
Air Canada 15.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Air Canada 015, identify, clear Sierra 6 Bravo arrival, Sierra 6 Bravo arrival, and descent flight level 150, expect holding at Canton 150.
Wow, he's gonna get holding? Is it probably because of the fog condition or something? I'm not sure. Might be a different weather on
Roger,
him.
will proceed via Sierra 6 Bravo arrival, hold Canto at 150, Air Canada 015 heavy.
Anyways, I was gonna say just now earlier on that this weather condition is perfect for another Tenerife accident. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, this is perfect weather for it. Of course, the visibility is better than the Tenerife accident, but oh well. And there's a taxiway right there. We will be going in and choosing one of the gates over there. It says it's been a pretty long flight, and I of course have to be editing after this flight because today is actually the day that I wanted to always be scheduling for my explain videos, which is a Wednesday for me at least. So, and probably a Wednesday release date for everyone living in Europe and what do you call it, America. For those in Australia, well, there will be half of you will be probably in Wednesday, and the rest will be sleeping at 1 AM or something. It's an Air France over here. Yeah, it's probably just random skins being coated on. I don't think Air France flies to Hong Kong. Even if they do, well, I don't think they would be sending a -3 in here. I'm not sure though, because Air France do have a -3 in here, or which means a 777-3. Probably will choose the gate right here to the left of us, to the right of us, because it's empty. The rest of here is just basically static planes, but I can't do nothing much about it. I've already disabled static planes, but it still shows up for some reason, so it's annoying. And there's no marshal over here. We are on gate November 60. Wow, there's actually a sign there. Interesting. A little bit forward and stop. Alright. Okay, APU gen goes on. We switch off the lights to not blind anyone else. Turn off our fuel cuts. There we go. Can turn off our hydraulics, our fuel pumps. No, not yet. Can drive up all our ground handling units. Turn on the ground power units. Get in the ground power, turn off the APU, batteries, and all the bleeds. Trims and packs can go off. Passenger signs can go off so that they can deboard, even though the smoking sign should still be on, but it's alright. Fuel pumps can go off, lights also can go off, and generators can go off. Windows heat can go off. And that should be about it. Let's change to Unicom, because I'm not going to be, I mean I don't want to be in that frequency anymore. Anyways, we can disconnect from VATSIM. Disconnected. Alright. And yeah, our landing rate was -245, so that was something that we can, I can be improving on. So yeah. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this flight, nearly landing in poor visibility like the last episode again. Actually, I think I was actually already landing in poor visibility, but I could see the runway all the way from where I was starting to land from, so it's not really a problem. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video, and take care for now. Goodbye.